All right, in this video, we are asked to prove that j2 prime of x is equal to 1 minus 4 over x squared j1 of x plus 2 over x j naught of x. This is Bessel function, recurrence formula, Bessel recurrence formula. So if you remember the recurrence formula, Bessel recurrence formula, it said that x j prime, okay, is equal to what? Njn minus x j n plus 1. The preceding one will always have the negative. The preceding one will always have the negative. So if you check between jn and jn minus 1, you see that jn is the preceding one. So another recurrence formula, we can call it equation 1. Another recurrence formula says that s j prime is equal to, this one will not have negative, so minus n jn plus, the other one will now be x jn minus 1. So these are the two main recurrence formula, Bessel recurrence formula that you need to remember. Okay, so having said this one now, we will now have that. Let us start the proof. So to start the proof, let me use the second one. The second one solution, we have that x j prime of n, sorry, there's n here, okay, is equal to minus n j n plus x j n minus 1. So if we now put n to be equal to 2, according to what I have in my question, if we now put n to be equal to 2, we are going to have that what? X j prime of 2 is equal to minus 2 j of 2, then plus x j1, because 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, having this one now, let us decide to equate. This is equation 2. Let us equate 1 and 2, because this and this are equal. So if we equate 1 and 2, let me call this one equation 3. So if we equate 1 and 2, don't like this, my marker. So I'm going to be having that n jn minus x jn plus 1 is equal to minus n jn plus x jn minus 1. Okay? So now, if we equate the two of them, I'm going to have this, and then if we now put n to be 1, let's put n to be 1 and see what is going to happen here. If we put n to be 1, because in my formula, I have 2, 1, and 0. So I've gotten 2. So let us get our 1. I know if our 1 will give us 0. So we are done. So if I put n now to be equal to 2, so I think, to be equal to 1, I think I'm going to have jn minus x j2, right? 1 plus 1, 2. So we will now be equal to what? Minus 1 again, j1, then plus x j0, right? So now, let us now do something good. So how can we compare the two of them? So to compare the two of them, I'm going to have this one to move to this. Where is our, okay, there's no j prime here. Okay, so we need our j2 here. See our j2, we'll substitute our j2. So to make j2 subject now, this one will come here. So we'll now have that our j2, our minus x j2 will now be equal to what? Minus j1 plus x j0. This one coming here. How did I get n here? This should be 1. Sorry, it should be 1. Right? Yeah, this should be 1. So minus j1. So divide both sides by x to have that minus j2 is equal to minus 1 over x j1 plus j0 minus 1 over x j1 again. Okay, so these two now will give you minus 2 over x j1. So this is minus j2 will now give you minus 2 over x j1 plus j0. Okay, so now let us substitute this thing here. If we substitute it here, I'm going to have that xj prime of 2 will now be equal to 2 outside minus j2 is all these things. So minus j2 is equal to minus 2 over x, okay, then j1, then plus j0, then I'm going to have plus x j1. So if I clear the brackets now, I'm going to have that that x j1 j2 prime will now be equal to, this time this to give you minus 4, right? This time to give you minus 4 over x j1 plus 2j0 then plus x j1. Okay? So having this now, so let us bring all the j1 together. These are the two j1 we have. So if you bring them together, we're going to have that this is x j2 prime will now give us, if you bring these two together, it's going to be, and then if you bring these two together, it's going to be x, it's going to be x, but I need 1. So if I bring x out, I want to bring x out. If I want to bring x, okay, let me just write it together. j1 minus 4 over x. Okay, let me just write what they have in common. They have x minus 4 over x, and they all have j1 in common, then plus 2j0. Okay, so now let's divide everybody by this x so that j1 will now stay on its own according to what I have there. So if you divide everybody by x, I'm going to be having that my j1 prime will now be, divide this one by x, I'm going to have 1 minus, divide this one by x, I'm going to have 4 over x squared. Then I have my j1. So divide this one by x, I'm going to have 2 over x, my j0. So if you look at it, it's proof. You can now put your of x, of x, of x. So it's proof. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share, and then you subscribe. Bye-bye.